Today's story is about three people: Ama, the mother, Kojo, the husband, and Akos, their daughter. In fact, a year into the marriage of Ama and Kojo, they realized that they were finding it difficult to get pregnant. They did everything they could. They went to hospitals, herbal and orthodox hospitals. They prayed fervently, and yet the pregnancy wasn't coming. So Kojo's mother, that is Ama's mother-in-law, came in and suggested that they should adapt. But Ama didn't take it lightly. She wanted to get pregnant herself and have her own child. So she didn't really agree to the idea of adoption. But some few years after, they realized that the pregnancy wasn't coming. And therefore, the mother-in-law came in to suggest again that there is this girl in the village who is pregnant, and she's just looking and waiting for her to give birth. The moment she gives birth, she will bring the child to them to adopt and raise as their own child. And so they were there when one day the mother-in-law brought a baby girl, the girl that has been delivered to them to adopt. In fact, when she brought the girl, Amma wasn't happy with it at all because she was expecting to get pregnant and give birth to her own child or children. So, in fact, she rejected the baby, and so the mother-in-law returned the baby to the village to take care of the baby. But 3 to 5 years after, they did everything they could, and the pregnancy was not coming. And therefore, Kojo suggested to Amma that, look, we are doing everything we could, and you are not getting pregnant. We don't know the reason why. Why don't we go and take this little girl that my mother brought? And so they have no choice. Amma had no choice than to agree, with the hope that if she is taking care of somebody's child, God will look on them and also help them to have their own child. So they went and took the girl from the mother-in-law, Kojo's mother. At this time, the girl was 5 years old. When they brought this girl, in fact, if someone tells you that this child is not their child, you never believe it because they did everything they could to raise the child. They loved this girl and they gave her the name Akos. So Akos, in a short time, grew into a beautiful, adorable girl. Beautiful lady, young lady. But rumors started flying. Amma started hearing from neighbors and onlookers, observers, that there is something fishy going on between the husband Kojo and their daughter. In fact, when she first heard it, she didn't take it serious. Well, what could go on between the father and the daughter, if not just a mutual or fatherly love? But the rumors kept on coming that, look, be observant, something is going on. The way your husband is looking at your daughter, it is not just a fatherly affection, there's something beyond that. So because of the way the rumors and the caution were coming, Amma decided to study and observe something. And true to that, in fact, I don't know whether she caught them, but she got to know that there is something going on between their daughter, Akos, and her husband, Kojo. Apparently, Kojo is having an affair with Akos. And Amma was worried because this is somebody they have raised as their own daughter. In fact, nobody knew that that is not their daughter if the person is not told. They raised this person. So one day she confronted them, and Akos, out of disobedience and insolence, she started misbehaving. He doesn't want to listen to what Amma was saying. In fact, she grew horns. Apparently, Kojo had told her that he is not the father, and Amma too is not the mother. So she now knows that the two of them are not her parents. That is why Kojo started having an affair with her. And so out of annoyance and anger, she left the house. Akos left the house. And interestingly, Kojo went and rented a place for her. And the annoying part and sad part was that Kojo will leave the wife and go and spend days with Akos. In fact, Ama was shattered and devastated. Somebody that she raised, she bathed Akos, she cleaned her. I mean, she fed her. How could she be a rival, breaking a marriage? So out of frustration and anger, somebody directed Ama to a spiritualist, and she went and cast a spell on Akos. And the spell worked because Akos started swelling unnaturally. Her food, her stomach started getting bigger, and she was in pain. And so everywhere that Kojo sent Akos seeking for help, they started mentioning the mother's name, which is Ama's name, that she has something to do with it. And it was true. She has something to do with the problem of Akos. It turned out that, in the course of seeking the help, finding out what was really happening, what Ama really has done, it turned out that Kojo had 3 siblings, and 2 of them died earlier, and he was left with a younger sister. So the girl that was pregnant in the village, that the mother came to tell them that she was waiting for her to give birth, was Kojo's younger sister, who was pregnant, and the mother doesn't want to tell Kojo that the younger sister was pregnant. And so she hid her with a friend until she delivered. And when she delivered, at that time she was going to school. So after the delivery, she went back to school. And so the plan of the woman was that when the daughter delivers, she will send the baby to her son, who were struggling to have a child, to adapt, to take care of the child. She will not tell the son that it is her younger sister's daughter. And so the girl Akos that they adapt at age 5, who has now grown to be a beautiful young lady, is no other than Kojo's own sister's daughter. So Kojo, all this while, have been having an affair with his own niece, his sister's daughter. That was the truth, the secret behind the affair that they were having. All because Kojo couldn't control herself. All because her mother couldn't, speak out the truth and decide to hide, something. And it has. In fact, when Akos started misbehaving, when the issue came up, when Ama confronted them and she started misbehaving, the first thing Ama wanted to do, was to locate her family to send her back. But whatever she did, she couldn't locate her family. Unfortunately, the mother-in-law, that is Kojo's mother, has also passed on, died. Because she brought her so she could know where she's coming from. Unfortunately, she has died. So they couldn't trace her family at all, not knowing she's actually staying with the family because Kojo is the uncle. She's the daughter of Kojo's younger sister. Kojo's younger sister, after the education, traveled and she died on the way. So they don't even know where she is, but she's dead. So all this while, Kojo has been having an affair with her own blood, her sister's daughter. For that, some of the lessons that we can learn from this. We have to be patient, we must be open. And Ama too, out of impatience and anger, has put the child, or Akos, in a very, bad state. She's dying. Ama is shattered. Well, Kojo is disgraced because she is having an affair with her own niece. And Akos is destroyed. if she is not able to come out of it, if the curse is not able to be reversed, she will die. Things are happening. You never know it until you are told. If you think you know what should be done, or you have some thoughts and comments, leave it in the section below. And I would like to see you in the next video. Remember, Jesus loves you. See you. Bye-bye.